Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chachmadash, double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone. Rule well, teach well, sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Brothers labor in this truth, putting their life on the line. Salutations to you brothers and sisters who believe in this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely. Shalom to those for life. Alright, Slaki. Yeah, so I was listening, I happened to be listening earlier to LeBron's podcast with Steve Nash, and he had a special guest, which was Kevin Durant. And some of the things while I was listening to it, I was listening to things that that one starting with myself, that you can apply when it comes to this truth. They do it, for the glory here on this earth, right? We have we're seeking the kingdom to come, and we're storing our treasures in the kingdom, right? And the scriptures talk about, those who do it. We'll grab that real quick. Slide. We'll grab that real quick. In fact, I'm gonna grab it in the blue letter. Grab it in the blue letter real quick. Let's see. I think it's 1 Corinthians 9. And you can go check it out. So you can get context of what I'm talking about the name of the company. But I forget the name of the podcast, but if you put that in, you'll. So some of those things, if you listen to it, a lot of it you can apply into this truth, man. Because when you want something really bad, I'm gonna give you some of the tips. That some of the things I started to write down. Like once I realized, like I was like, man, this would be a good lesson. And then I started from there. But it was more things before I started writing things down. But I got the gist, the most of it. All right, but let me get this. 1 Corinthians 9:24, and it reads, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible." All right, let's read that in the NLT. It reads, "All athletes are disciplined in their training," and that's what he was definitely talking about. How they on a regiment, they stay disciplined to their regiment, and it's a way. It's not how you do. It's not how you do it. It's your approach and all. Like how you even approach your day, how you approach, and you have to have those certain type of qualities and traits that you gotta continue to do. You gotta have qualities and traits, and you gotta be disciplined and remain laser beam focused on the task at hand and whatever goal you're looking to accomplish, right? And for us, we're looking to accomplish that incorruptible crown. All right, so we got to strive for those masteries, right? It says our athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away. All right, but we do it for eternal prize. All right, so man, you know, it's far more greater than what these athletes. They're looking for temporary glory. All right, and we're looking for eternal glory to share the glory with Yahweh Shai, man. To be part of that inheritance. All right, part of those first fruits. All right, but these are some of the things that they was talking about. They was saying being obsessed. These is being obsessed. Whatever you got to be obsessed in this thing. It says recommit with yourselves. So you got to recommit with yourselves daily, right? Examine yourself, right? They was talking about these things, having love and having passion for what you do, right? Having that fire, right? And try to I don't know. I got this. Oh yeah, try to be the best at what you do. It says you sleep better. You sleep better when you doing what you got to do. You sleep better at night. When you on the path that you need to be on, and you put in the work. All right. What else I had here? It was yeah, so they were saying how, when you don't put in the work and you do the best you can, you feel like you cheated the day, you may cheated the week, you may cheated the month. So that's why we gotta constantly be on fire, as Elder Apostle Tahar says. Whatever office we may have, we do it to the best of our ability, man. We give it everything we got. All right. And it reads. It reads, and I also note I got you know, whatever you have, make the most of it. You know what I mean? Make the most of your time. You know, and have it where it's pleasing unto the Lord. And this is all towards the ministry or to whatever office you've been given, or whatever lot you've been given to in this truth, right? For you men and women, right? And it says they was talking about how you had to be on it every day. No days off. You got to be on it. When you strive for greatness, when you strive for the masteries, like if you was good, like they was talking about the different levels between, being a role player or someone who's on their level, as in the basketball with like LeBron and KD. You got to be on it, man, every day. There's no time to be off it, man. And it's true, man. We seeking for an eternal prize, like we just said, an eternal prize. All right. So we got to be on it every day. We got to be constantly studying, studying to show ourselves approved, constantly examining ourselves, right? Like I said, being obsessed, man. And read, what I mean? Yeah. So if you the number one guy, and we consider the first fruit, so we're considered that guy, right? We're the ones putting in the work. We're the front line, all right? And making our bodies a living sacrifice, right? Matter of fact, let me grab that, and I'm gonna grab a few precepts, and I'm gonna end it. But I'm not gonna touch on every little thing. Um, Grab a few precepts, and then I may do a part two to this, all right? But let me grab this real quick. Romans 12 and Romans 12:1, it reads, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai." So it's by the mercies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that we have this knowledge and truth. So now what you gonna do with it? All right? That you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is your reasonable service. All right, so it's our reasonable service to give it everything we got. All right, it's our reasonable service. And it reads, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai," man. So, you get caught up in the entangled with the affairs of this world, man. That takes you out of your purpose. All right, and that's one of the. I think I was gonna. Yep, that's what I was gonna label this lesson on. Um, you know, matter of fact, I had another lesson that I heard one of the brothers say, and I was gonna do it, and it was talking about being on your purpose, sticking to your purpose, man. You got to be about your purpose, man. Everything else is temporary, That's why the scripture talking about, you know, um, things that you got to give up, to be a disciple of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. But let me get this few scriptures, right? We're talking about not being conformed to the world, right? Let's grab this First John 2, and let's start at 1 John 2 and 15. It reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world." All right. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right. So we gotta put off those things of the world. It says, we just read, don't conform yourself to this world, man. All right. And it reads, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world, right? Because the pride of life that the scriptures talk about, he that should lose his life shall gain it, right? And he that loves his life, that he that hates his life will gain it, right? Brother Pastor, and he that loves his life will lose it, right? Because if you love this life here, remember the things here is gonna right here it says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai abideth forever. You see?